Very talkative today. Okay. Danielle, how are you?
I'm good.
How was your day?
I've been sweating buckets today because it's been very hot.
What's the temperature?
But besides that, right now, no. Uh, 38, I would guess. Let me check just to be more accurate.
We are having I think it's called a heat wave or like calor. I don't know
It
how to
is a
say it.
Yes.
heat wave.
Heat wave.
Wow. Well, I don't know which weather would prefer, the 38 or around zero. So yeah. But hopefully it will go away soon, no? Are they predicting it's gonna stay this heat wave for much longer?
I think a couple of weeks, I think.
A couple of weeks more.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, somehow we're gonna survive this. Okay, good. Rafael, how was your day?
Hello.
Hello,
Um,
welcome.
not not much. Um I just came to home, and I don't did much today. Just a regular day of work and all that.
Okay, so nothing overexciting. Okay,
No.
good, thank you. Emilio, how was your day?
Hi, and everything fine. Just working for home and feeling a bit worried or from not going out. By I will be back in the office tomorrow.
Okay, so are you allowed to work from home?
What?
Are you allowed to work from home?
Yes,
Okay, okay, that's good. What do you prefer, office or home?
I'm prefer an office. No home,
Mm-hmm. Why?
because in my career we need to do the all the activities outside, inside.
Okay, good. Good. Carla, welcome. How are you today?
Hi. Well, a lot of work, just like every day. A lot of heat in our city.
Everyone is complaining about that. Everyone is complaining about that. Yes. Okay. Did anything exciting happen today
No
that you would
reading,
like to share? No?
no
Well,
reading.
listen, today it's already Thursday, so the finish line is there somewhere. Still a bit far, but we'll get there. We'll get to the weekend. Andrea, welcome. How are you?
Hi, good evening. Good.
How was your day?
Um, Boring. Just stay
Boring.
all day. Yeah, but good after all.
Okay, good. Javier Plua, how was your day?
Very good.
Very good.
With a little chaos.
Mhm. Is it hot for you as well? Are you in Guayaquil, Javier, or no? Do you live in Guayaquil?
In Lago Agrio, Amazonas region.
Okay, okay. So is the heat throughout Ecuador, or you just mainly feel in Guayaquil? Is it the same heat in Quito, let's say? Do you know, guys?
I
Me?
was I was I was in Quito last weekend and I felt the heat too.
Okay, so it's the same. So you can't escape that heat, wherever you are in Ecuador. Okay, Diego, welcome. How are you?
Hello, did you find?
Very talkative. Everyone is very talkative. I think this sun gives you a lot of energy. Okay, okay. Just try, as I said, the finish line is almost there. The weekend is almost there. So let's give it a last push and we'll get there on time. Okay. Now, as I said, today's class, I want to start with the grammar that we covered in the Unit 6A. Okay, so my apologies for those who listened to this already, but it's never bad to review it one more time. Okay, so what we are looking at in the grammar in the Unit 6A is the passive. Okay, so a lot of times when we don't want to say, or it's not important who did a certain action, we are going to be using the passive. So the difference between active and passive sentences is here in front of you. I cut my hair. My hair was cut. So one of these sentences, the first one, is active sentence, meaning I myself as the subject, I cut, I physically took the scissors and I did the action of cutting my hair. The second sentence is the example of the passive sentence. My hair was cut. In this case, we don't know who cut my hair. Maybe it was my neighbor, it was my wife, maybe it was my hairdresser, or so on. We don't know. So this is the example of the passive sentences. Now, the passive sentences we use in three main instances. One, you don't want to say who did the action. Two, you don't know who did the action. Or three, the object is the most important part of the sentence. Let's have a look at the structure of active and passive sentences and how they are different. So, the passive sentence, lunch was eaten. We have a noun, we have the verb to be, and we have the past participle. Lunch was eaten. In the active sentence, the structure is a bit different. You have the subject, you have the verb, and you have a noun. I eat lunch. In other words, the subject does the action to the object. The subject, that's in the active sentence. The subject, as in the example here, is I, does the action. In this case, the action is by the verb eat, and to the action to the object. To the object, in this case, it's a noun, lunch. Thus, I eat lunch. Let's have a look at the steps that we need to follow, or that we normally follow when we are transforming an active sentence into the passive one. Okay, so these are the these are the 6 steps that we need to follow, and then we can transform any active sentence into the passive one. The rule number 1, or the step number 1, we identify the subject, the verb, and the object. Okay, so in this case, again, it's color-coded. This is already sent to our WhatsApp group. So you will see these 7 steps. These 7 steps, at the beginning, they look a bit confusing, but once you start applying them, they become much, much easier. So once we identify the subject, in this case is the children. Once we identify the specific verb that was used in this active sentence, in this case it's ate, and we identify the object, which in this case is the cake. So that's the first step. Then the second step, move the object to become the new subject of the sentence. So in this case, the object was the cake. We're going to move this object to become a new subject, meaning we're going to move the object to the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so then we have the cake. What do we do next? What is the verb tense in the active sentence? So again, we identify the verb and then we look at which tense we are using here. So here we can see ate. Okay, it's a past tense. Now, I also sent another thing to our WhatsApp group. I sent a table, a summary of 3 things. The tense in one column, then the structure, how do we form that tense in the second column, and then the example in the third one. The structure of each tense is very important to memorize for many different reasons. Reason number 1 is that by looking at the structure of a specific tense, you can identify what kind of tense is it. Is it past? Is it present? Is it future? Is it perfect, continuous, and so on? You can identify it much, much quicker. Two, you can see in which circumstances we use that tense. Are we talking about the finished action in the past? Are we talking about the continuous action in the past? Or are we talking about the future action, and so on? So by just looking at the structure of a tense, you can very, very easily say, okay, this is past perfect, present simple, so on and so on. So please use that table, have a look at it, try to memorize it. Remember, there are three versions of the verb. The version 1 or V1, V2, which is the past tense, and the past participle version 3. Okay, so that's what you're going to see in that table where it says V3 plus been or whatever. Okay, so that you know that which verb form that is. So once we identify what is the verb tense in the active sentence, then we move to the next step. Conjugate the verb be so that it is the same as the tense in the main verb in the active sentence. So in other words, we are transforming the verb be in the same tense as it is in the active sentence. So as we said, with the step number 3, we identified it's a past simple tense. So we're going to transform the verb be into the past tense. And then we have the cake was. That's a step number 4. Step number 5, add the past participle of the main verb after be. Again, so here we have the main verb. This is in the past, so the main verb will be eat. Now, the past participle of the verb eat is eaten. So that's the next step what we do. And then we have the cake was eaten. And then the end, the subject of the active sentence. We're adding the subject, we're moving it to the end to become the object of the sentence. And then we have the cake was eaten by the children. So again, this is how, by using these 6 steps, we're transforming the active sentence into the passive one. So we have the children ate the cake, active sentence. We transform it to the cake was eaten by the children, passive. Okay, so again, this is already on our WhatsApp group. If you join later and you cannot see this, let me know and I can forward it to you again. Now, let's practice a little bit. So this is from the book. It's exactly the same thing. I have forwarded this to the WhatsApp group as well. So you have it. These are basically the same rules. When do we use the past, the passive, and what is the structure of it? It does not show you guided steps, but it's also very useful to read. So please do, before you start these grammar activities of the Unit 6A, go through these rules as well. Let's have a bit of practice. Rewrite the sentences with the passive. Use by where it's necessary. So the first one has been done for us. People don't use this room very often. This room isn't used very often. Now, let's look at number 2. Let's do it together. Those who already did this activity, you can help, but let's give a chance to those who did not participate in the classroom activities on Friday and on Monday and on Tuesday, actually. Okay, so those who missed those classes and those who did not complete their grammar, let's look at this. The first one, they subtitle a lot of foreign films. So this is the active sentence. Now let's form it into the passive one. A lot of foreign films. Who would like to try? Juan, would you like to try?
Yeah,
A lot
number
of
1, right?
foreign films are subtitled.
Subtitled.
Title.
Yes. Yeah, very good. A lot of foreign films are subtitled. Excellent. Good. Well done, Carla. Juan, number 2 then.
Okay, Garcia Marquez wrote Love in the Time of Cholera. Love in the Time of Cholera was written by Garcia Marquez.
Perfect. Well done. Number 3, someone is repairing my laptop. My laptop
My laptop is being repaired.
Hold on. My laptop is being repaired. Number 4. They haven't released the DVD of this film yet. The DVD of this film would like to try?
The DVD of the film hasn't been released
Yet.
yet.
Very good. Yes, the DVD of the film hasn't been released yet. Don't forget yet in this case. Number 5. They won't finish the film until the spring. The film would like to try. The film
The film won't be finished until
Yes.
the spring.
Perfect. The film won't be finished until the spring. Number 6. You have to collect the tickets from the box office. The tickets,
Okay.
the tickets,
The ticket,
yeah, go ahead, Janine.
okay. The tickets had to be picked up from the box office.
Mhm. Say again, read the sentence again. You have to collect the tickets from the box office. The tickets
Have to be picked
have to
up
be.
from the box,
Yeah.
box office.
Yes, have to be, not had, have. HAVE, have to be collected from box office. Very good. Number 7. They hadn't told the actors about the changes in the script. The actors would like to try.
The actor hadn't been told about the changes in the script.
Perfect. The actors hadn't been told about the changes in the script. Well done. Number 8. James Cameron directed Avatar. Avatar.
Was directed by James Cameron.
Perfect. Number 9. They have already recorded the soundtrack. The soundtrack
The soundtrack has already been recorded.
Perfect. The soundtrack has already been recorded. And the last one, they were interviewing the director about the film. The director,
The director was being interviewed about the film.
hold on. Yes, the director was being interviewed. Well done. So for those who did not complete the activities, now, as I said, please have a look at our WhatsApp group and see if you have these rules, first of all, okay? So if you have the rules of the passive, if you have this slide in particular about how do we form or which steps do we have to take in order to transform the active sentence into the passive one. Very easy. At first, it needs a bit of practice, so pick any active sentence. Just make sure you have your subject, your verb, and your object, and then try to use these steps and transform it into the passive one. And you will see how very, very quick, with a bit of practice, it will become very, very natural. Okay? So double check if you have this, as well as these rules from the book. I did send them to the WhatsApp group, but have a look if you have them. If you don't, let me know and I can forward them one more time. And with this, now you can go to the unit, not now, but at the end of the class. And for those who did not complete the unit 6A, the grammar part. So grammar 2A, Grammar Bank 6A.1, Grammar Bank 6A.2, Grammar 2A, and Grammar 2B. You can go now and complete those. Okay, so not in the class right now, but after the class or tomorrow or anytime you have, ideally before the weekend, please make sure you complete this activity. Okay, so that's something that I had pending for those of you who finished your classes. Now let's have a look.
Teacher, sorry. One thing, I send you a message in WhatsApp about the activity Grammar Bank 6A2. To rewrite the sentences with the passive.
Yeah,
Can you check, please?
I will. What was it?
Thank you.
The typing mistake.
Excuse me, what?
What was the problem there with that activity? The typing
Yeah,
mistake.
I write a dot on the finals, so my grade is 0, so that's a problem.
That is a problem, 0. Unless there is 1 in front of that 0. Yes, look, this time I will change it. I always, those who do not listen to this. If there is a problem with some activity, the way that the activity is graded, please send me the print screen and specifically say for which activity and you feel that you were not graded properly. If there is a problem with the, I don't know, sometimes the system does not recognize tildes, sometimes the system does not recognize something else. In those cases, I can change and I can amend your grade. But if it's your mistake, if you, for example, did not put the answers in alphabetical order as a task asks you to do, if you put a typing mistake, or if you did something else, which was your fault in terms of typing or the selection of the specific tense, I cannot change the grades in those cases. Only in the cases where you see that you typed it correct, but because of the tilde or because of something else, that is the fault of the system, send me the print screen directly to my WhatsApp, and I will be able to amend your grades. Okay, but only in those cases. So please do not abuse this rule. If you made a typing mistake, I can't change those. If instead of 2 T's you put 1 or the other way around, I cannot change those. It's a typing mistake, and I can't do that. If you put a sentence, if it starts a sentence and you put a lowercase or not a capital letter, again, it's a typing mistake. If you put your answer with a capital letter in the middle of the sentence, it's a typing mistake. So a lot of times the system will put you 0 for that. Even if you put the correct word, you need to see the full sentence. So if the full sentence and the word in the middle was missing, and you started that word with a capital letter when there was no need for one, that's a typing mistake. Okay? So in those cases, I will not be able to amend. So you need to look fully at the sentence. What does the sentence require? Does the sentence require punctuation? Does it require a full stop at the end or not? Because with some activities, I can't remember which one we did, but there was a lot of that you put the dot at the end when there was a dot already outside the box, which means that your sentence has 2 full stops, which again is a typing mistake. So please be aware of that. You have a lot of time or more than enough time to complete the activities. So you have to be careful with what you're typing and how you're typing that. Okay? So just please be aware of that. If there is a mistake, I am very happy to change your grade if there is a mistake from the system. Okay? Now, let's have a look at this picture here. Who would like to describe this picture for me? Who wants to give it a go?
Well, it's a man who is pointing with a stick. We can see that he's like in a lake, in a park, and he's walking in the park.
What else can you say?
I can describe him. he has formal shoes.
Mhm.
He has a sweater. I think it's cold.
Mhm.
And I can't see what he has in the other hand. I think it's another stick. I don't know.
See as well. Okay. What else could you say about him?
I think that he's in like in England.
Mhm.
It's what and I don't know. I don't know what much to say.
Okay. Who else would like to add something about this picture? About the scenery or about the man himself?
Well, yeah, we know that it's an older man with
Mhm.
black clothes. It
Mhm.
it seems to be somewhere in England because of the style of the house behind,
Mhm.
and also the weather, which is probably cold because the man is wearing warm clothes.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Anyone else would like to add something? How does a man look like? Does he look
I think that the picture was taken long time ago because it's black and
Mhm.
white.
Mhm. And can you
He
describe a bit more the man? Like his appearance or how do you
he's
think
a
he's
elder man. He's wearing winter clothes. Maybe he's a teacher. He looked like
Mhm.
Einstein in her earliest ages.
Okay. What else? Is he happy? Can you describe his emotions?
I think he's serious. He's like staring at some part of the lake. I don't know. Maybe
Mhm.
he's watching or showing something.
Maybe he's about to beat his students with that stick.
Or maybe it's a magic one.
Yes, could be. Could be as well. Okay. That opens the whole new level of speculations. If it's a magic wand, okay. Do you want to add something more, Carla?
Well, maybe it's the grandfather of Harry Potter, maybe.
Here you go. Here you go. Okay, very good speculations. Now, let's see what what's the truth is. Okay, I want you to log into your Moodle, and I would like you to go to the Unit 6B and then scroll all the way down to Activity, Listening and Reading, Activity 6B. Listen to a woman talking about the man in the photo and answer the questions. Okay, so Unit 6B, scroll all the way down to the listening and reading part, and then Activity 6B. Listen to a woman talking about the man in the photo and answer the questions. So we're going to really find out who is that man and what is he doing. Okay, we have 7 minutes for this task. Anais, your camera on, please. Thank you. Okay, 1 minute. Maria Antonieta, what happened with the activity? I'm not gonna share on the screen that. Okay, slip off. Andrea, and you as well. What happened with the activity?
I was confused. I didn't read well.
Okay, let's move on and leave this activity behind. Now let's have a look at my screen again, please. Now let's look at these two women. Who would like to describe the woman on the left, the one that's holding the microphone? Who would like to describe this woman? Gabi, would you like to describe the woman on the left? This woman here. Gabi? Angeles, would you like to describe this woman on the left, please?
On the left.
Yes,
Okay.
the lady here.
Okay. Okay. The woman on the left is wearing a yellow dress with a belt. She's kind of singing, I think, or
Mhm.
talking on a microphone. She has short hair. She has curly hair.
Mhm.
Her hair is dark brown or black. She has thick eyebrows, and that's it. And she's wearing a necklace and a
Mhm.
ring.
And what do you think? What's happening? What is she doing with the
I think she's
microphone?
singing. I think she's
Uh-huh.
singing.
Where?
I think she's singing. Looks like a contest because she's wearing like a number on her chest. So maybe it's like a singing contest or something like that.
Mhm. Okay, very good. Very good. Anyone else would like to add something more about this woman on the left? Emilet, would you like to add something else about the woman on the left?
I would say that she's chubby, and as well she looks like she's between like her 40s or maybe 50s. And yeah, her dress is like gold in that color. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now, who would like to describe the woman on the right?
I think it's the same person, but when she already achieved fame or success, so his talent. Because
Okay.
in this picture, we can see she with an elegant dress and with makeup and her hair done. So that's why I think that, that it's the same person. It looks very similar.
Okay. Okay, very good. You jumped 2 questions ahead. Well done, Ryan. Okay, so you think it's the same person. Now, the name of the article we're gonna read in a second is called Yes, Appearance Matters. Do you agree with this statement, or the name of the article is yes, appearance does matter, or no?
There is a saying, there is a saying here in Ecuador, goes like, people treats you the way you look, and sometimes
treat
people
you?
really treats you the way you look.
Uh-huh. Okay. So does that apply for all of the people, or for a certain type of people that need to look, if they go on a stage, they want to be, I don't know, actors, singers, they need to be and look differently than others? Or you think that applies for everyone? What do you think, guys? Does appearance matter in your life? You can share your experiences. Does appearance matter?
I would say yes. One day I was in a restaurant with some friends and family, and a really well-known people was there as well, and the people was like talking about his appearance because he was a really well-known people, but his clothes was really dirty, and I don't know. So the people
Okay.
was talking about that, but he was famous people.
Okay, okay, good, good. Anyone else? Does appearance matter for you in your, can you think of any example where it did play the part? Maybe, I don't know, you dressed up very casually and you did not get the job, and the next time you dress up very, very smartly and you managed to get a job or something like that?
I don't believe you should be judged because the way you look or the way you dress, because you can dress the way you feel more comfortable, and you don't have to be judged because you are wearing a shirt and sweatpants and or shorts or dress shirts.
So if you go for the job interview, would you go
if
with
you
the
go for a
shorts
job,
and
you need
flip-flops?
well if you go to a job interview, you need to be
Comfortable.
you need to dress appropriate for the situation of
Yes.
you're going to get a job.
It depends on the occasion.
If you are walking in the street and the weather is very humid, you don't have to get judged because you're wearing a tank top and shorts and flip-flops. Because the weather in the weather we're having right now, it's what it calls for. That I'm right or wrong. I believe I'm right.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't be wearing I wouldn't be wearing a suit with this weather unless I was a lawyer or an alternate.
Yes, let's ask Emilio. He wanted to say something. And he is a future or current lawyer.
Yes, I answer yes, because the appearance often says a lot about the person, although it depends a lot on the context. For example, it is very common to see a lawyer in a suit and a tie and well dressed. So people have the idea that this lawyer is successful. But if they see a poorly dressed lawyer, they will thinking that they are not successful.
Meaning successful, that they don't win many cases, they don't earn a lot of money. That's how they look like. Okay, that's a very good perception or very good insight. Who else thinks that appearance matters? And maybe you can share your own specific example. Maria Antonietta, does it matter for you in your field of work?
The appearance? Yes, it's matter. For the work, for the life, yes, it's very important because like the people look straight.
Yes. So what does it like? And again, let's look at these two pictures. So yes, it's you're absolutely right. Brian, I think, said first that it's the same lady. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with the lady on the left, but again, her hair looks a bit messy. She doesn't look as elegant as the lady on the right, correct? So what does the appearance give to the person? What do you think? Or the perception how the other people see that person? Does it give more confidence? I think Emilio said that yes, it gives more confidence, correct? Because if you see someone who is well dressed, you presume that he is a good professional. What else does it give you? Just your appearance.
I don't know.
The confidence, what else? the trust of other people, correct? Because the people are more likely to trust someone who looks not necessarily with the most expensive suit, but nicely dressed and not with the messy hair or with the dirty shirts and so on. Okay, so it gives them the trust, it gives them the confidence, and of course, for the person who is wearing that as well. Do you think the way you dress up influences how you feel? Jamilet, what do you think? Do you think the way you dress up affects how you feel or how you behave in front of other people?
Yes, indeed, because if you're wearing like uncomfortable clothes, then you're gonna feel like ashamed or a little bit embarrassed and more conscious about your surroundings. But if you're wearing something you feel comfortable, maybe a suit for some people or a skirt or a dress, then you're gonna feel like you own that clothes, and then you're gonna it to other people that you believe in yourself, and they are gonna feel that too.
Very good. Very good expression. You own that room, meaning that you come in with all the confidence you have and you are outshining everyone else. Very good. Well done, Janet. Yeah, Jamilet. Janella, what do you think? Does it affect you, the way you dress? Does it affect you, how you feel? Janella? Stuck. Diego, what do you think? Does the way you dress affect your mood, your emotions, your feelings, your confidence?
I think I don't know. Move.
Mood, yeah. How?
Fit a dress? No.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Emilio, go ahead.
Yes, I have another example which contracts with what I just mentioned. The clothing of famous people, of actors who wear comfortable clothes and don't put on expensive or excessive attire for their daily life. So much so that even people from from Silicon Valley, like Mark Zuckerberg, use the same time of shirt because they feel comfortable, not because they don't have money. Considering the wealth he possessed could afford an entire wardrobe.
Yes, very good observation. Yes, absolutely. Once you reach a certain level, I guess, with the examples you gave, you don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need that additional confidence boost, because what we are doing on our daily life, we can see that if we are dressed up very nicely, like if we like how we look in the mirror, that gives us additional confidence. And that additional confidence can help us with our job, can help us with our clients, can help with our sales or whatever job we're doing, correct? So we do need that additional confidence boost. Once you reach a certain level, it doesn't matter what you wear. You don't need to impress anyone because your work speaks for itself. Okay? Very good observations. Now, I would like you to go back to your Moodle and to continue with activities 6F and 6G. These are the last two activities from the unit 6B. So 6F, read the article, yes, appearance matters, and mark the sentences true or false. And then 6G, find the word or phrase in the article for the definitions. So here we're looking for the context clues. Luis and Anais, your cameras on, please. Okay, so activities 6F and 6G, please.
Teacher, I just sent you a message on WhatsApp regarding the activity.
I did see
If you
that.
could
Have a
please.
look. Great. Update, not upgrade.
Hi, I sent you a message about the exercise we did right now, exercise
I'm looking at
6F.
it right now. Yes.
Yes.
I'm looking at yours. I will review it. Yes, some of that's what I was mentioning about the system. So I will look into everyone's notes on this particular activity, and I will make the changes. Okay, 1 minute to finish. Angeles, Juan, and who else had it? Those who got the low grades, I think Jose was one of those, Javier. I updated your grades for that specific activity because it was not recognizing true or false in some cases. So wherever you put the true, I gave you the points for that. So it's not zeros. That's for activity 6F. Okay, so finish those activities. Now, I mentioned yesterday or day before that we have some difficulties with Alticia, correct? So if you made some progress on Alticia and it's now at 0, then you have to redo it again. Okay, we had the circumstances on Tuesday where, again, with this group, we were starting quite late. So everything has to be reset and everyone has to start at the same time. Additionally, there was a problem with Alticia where the program initially had to restart. And for that reason, everyone was put to 0. On Tuesday, when I had that meeting and we finished earlier, I asked you to work on Alticia because that was the activity for everyone to do and for us not to rush too much further from other students. So everyone is on the same page. So my apologies if you have to redo it again, but unfortunately, whatever percentage you have, now it's set to 0 and you will have to start from 0%. Okay. As you know, from Alticia to get the 9 or 5%, whatever that was, it's not a really time breaker. So yeah, so I'm sure it's not going to be a big massive deal for everyone. Just log in maybe tomorrow once everything is settled and we are 100% sure about the system is working fully now, and then you can start working on your Alticia to get those 50%. Okay, so that's for Alticia. Now, yesterday we spoke about some body parts. Okay, so we covered the vocabulary to talk about the body parts, to describe the parts of the body. So let's just quickly recap on those. Edward, could you please read the body parts again to everyone? That's on your screen here.
Yeah. Arms, back, ears, eyes, face, feet, fingers, hands, head, knees, legs, lips, mouth, neck, nose, shoulders, stomach, teeth, toes, tongue.
Tooth, stomach, and teeth and tooth. Teeth for plural and singular is tooth.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead. Toes.
Toes and thumb.
Very good. Well done. And then Nicole, could you read, please, the verbs related to the body?
Bite, clamp, hit, nod, point, sled, slime, start, toss, throw, touch, y quits.
Okay, let's try again. Bite, clap, kick, nod, point, smell, smile, stare, taste, throw, touch, and whistle. Can you try again?
Repito.
Yeah, please.
Bite, clamp, hit, nod, point, slime, slim,
Smell, smell,
smell, slim,
smile,
start, throw, tap, quits.
touch, and whistle. Okay, so this will be very useful for our next activity. But before we go to that, on a recap, I want you to open your WhatsApp. There you will see the questions that I sent. Okay, so everyone by now should have the WhatsApp and should be a part of the WhatsApp. So we're gonna go into the smaller groups, and we have 3 questions to discuss. Danny, could you read the questions 1 to 3, please?
Okay. Number 1. Do you think people in your country tend to judge other people by their appearance? In what way? Number 2. How important do you think appearance is for the following people? Politicians, TV presenters, business people, singers, doctors. Do you think it's right that their appearance matters? Question number 3. On what occasion might you judge someone by their appearance?
Okay. On what occasion might you judge someone by their appearance? So here we're talking about, again, extending on the article we just read about the appearance and does appearance matter? We're going to go into the smaller groups, and I would like you to discuss these 3 questions. So I want to hear everyone's opinion. So for example, we're going to go into the groups of 4. So you read the question number 1 and everyone contributes. Do you think people in your country tend to judge other people by their appearance? In what way? Again, everyone needs to answer each of these questions. Okay, so don't just one person answer and the rest sit there listening, but everyone needs to answer. Once everyone in the group answers the question number 1, then you can move to the question 2 and 3. Okay, so let me put you into the smaller breakout rooms. We're going to go into smaller groups of 4 students. Okay. Now you can go to your breakout room. All of these questions, they are on our WhatsApp group. So if you open it, you will see it there.
Here in Ecuador, most of people tend to judge people for his appearance. I don't know. I think you can really perceive that in the street.
How do you think, and why do you think people judge other people here in Ecuador?
I think that depends. But for example, I know a lot of people of the countryside. In the region, they really wear like hats and stuff like that. But when they go to the city, they don't feel comfortable with the hat and their normal clothes that he or she usually use. And I think when someone is like really a streetwear, wearing really streetwear, but not normal streetwear, so a little bit more like ñengoso, like people, it's like taking more care or is thinking bad things. I don't know. I think that's really so I don't know.
So
I don't know
you
how to
think
describe that.
it's people judging other people when they come from a different regions? Like let's say people from Guayaquil judge people from Quito or Cuenca. Do you think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I think that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's not only in these cases, but I think that's true as well. I think in Ecuador we train to really judge people for a lot of things. Probably that's not good.
Maria Antonieta, you were nodding as well. You agree?
I think that is a bad habit, but the people that not how I can say, wait, the people that not take care of ourselves or yourself is sure that they was not care about the work, for example. The people that don't care the appearance can make account or make order in yours in your days labors.
Okay. And who do you think are the most judgmental? Which region is the most judgmental in Ecuador? I think I got the answer.
The regionalismo. I don't know how to say regionalismo.
Yeah, like regionalist.
Regionalists. Well, I think that is a habit is historic because the people for the regions have very revenge problems. For example, in Guayaquil, we are a commercial city, we are a producer, we are workers, and in Quito is all the governments, the public works, and she produced that the people judge by the region, regionalism.
Yeah. Okay, good. Continue with other questions.
You are politicians, you really have to care about what you look like because that will influence whether or not people support you. Meilin, we just
Yes, I think that it's correct what you said because as we have to vote every year, the candidates should have like a clean and respectful presence in order to gain our trust. So as people should to judge by their appearance, they will think that if they're a clean man, they are organized, they are Italian men, I don't know, something that they are going to help our country. So I think that I can agree 100% what you said.
in my answer is more general because I believe it is important for everyone because everyone has to maintain a personal brand and keep up with a current trend. For example, the musician have a contract with certain brands that require them to dress in a way that aligns with the type of music they produce. And on the other hand, the lawyers must maintain a more prudent and a formal imagine.
I think that for that types of people, the appearance, the way of raising or the way those behind it's very important because that where they work and it's a way of the same of people, in my opinion.
Okay, so next one is the same question, but for TV presenters. Yeah, I think my answer is the same as the one I said in politicians. TV presenters they must have a confident look. They also have to project an image of someone charismatic, someone funny, because that also has an influence on the ratings on the TV show they're presenting. Maylin or Emilio.
Yes, I think that showing our confidence or showing, I don't know, like keep going or having the trends of clothing, I think it's important to show in the TV because it affects the rating, as you said. If people see that I don't know, the TV presenter is not well dressed, maybe the people are going to turn off the TV. So it affects.
Do you think that people would trust a TV presenter who is dressed up very inappropriately for the specific type of program, or not?
Yes, continue, Emilio.
In my answer, I have the presenters. It depends on the type of show you're watching. It is a formal show because, for example, and I forgot to say the noticiero, for example, then
like news presenter.
What?
News presenter.
Okay, the news presenter, then the clothing should be formal. But in the other hand, have an other program, for example, en Contacto, but it is more informal. The clothing change. That is why the judgment will vary greatly depending on the type of the program.
Very true. Okay, continue.
It is dream
I
that
believe
appearance matters.
I believe appearance matters in this group of people. For example, politicians. I believe people would trust more a politician that dresses at least nice. Doesn't have to dress luxury or very pretentious, but at least a politician needs to or have to dress nice so people can trust him or her. And TV presenters, I believe they really need to look good because they are public figures. I mean, many people will be looking at them and they for sure need to look good.
Why?
business people as well.
Is
You-
it
you need
isn't the message you're passing that's the most important, not how you look? If you're just a TV presenter, you're introducing the news about the world, correct? So who cares what dress do you wear?
Buscar una nueva forma
Well,
de ingreso.
I don't know. They still dress in suits every day. I mean, TV presenters dress in suits and they do every day.
Mhm.
They need to look presentable every day. Just the same way you dressed up to go to a job interview,
Mhm.
I would say.
But why? And do you think they need to, depending on the TV program, that's what I was having a discussion with another group. Do you think depending on the program they're presenting, their outfit should match that program?
Maybe, but not always, because I've seen sport presenters and they are also wearing suits.
Okay, so let's put it the other way. Would you trust a news reporter who is wearing a t-shirt and presenting the news with a t-shirt and shorts?
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just that I've never seen sport presenters, TV presenters, wearing shorts or shirts.
Absolutely.
It might happen somewhere, sometime, but I've never seen it.
Absolutely. So the look has to match the program they're presenting, correct? So imagine if someone in the news stands with the shorts and talks about the toque de queda in Ecuador. You would not take that person seriously, correct? Or someone says that okay, the winner of the president's election is this, and again wearing shorts. That would not look serious. So with our outfit, they're trying to pass the confidence. They're trying to pass the seriousness, that they are serious and confident and they're trustable people. Okay, very good. Continue with the next.
I've seen some TV presenters wearing shirts, like button-up shirts, but not t-shirts. I have to say that, like long sleeve, button-up shirts.
Yes, yes. I mean, as you said, like in some countries, let's say the sports presenters, they do wear a t-shirts. They don't necessarily have to wear the ties and suits and so on. But again, I guess it depends on the type of program, on the type of country as well, and the presenter or the channel. Okay, guys, continue with the next question.
What occasion means you
I missed it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why so quiet here? What happened?
Yes, I finished.
And what do you do when you finish? You interact in English. So you ask each other questions about how was your day, Guillermo? How was your day, Janelle, Rafael? What are your plans for the weekend? Edward, what was the last movie you watched? Or whatever questions you want, but not in silence, yeah? So, do you think the appearance is important?
Yes.
Yeah.
For which type of career you think the appearance is the most important? Like a TV reporter, lawyer, engineer? Which career do you think is the most important and why?
Well, I think
For
that.
me,
Oh,
okay.
no, go.
Oh, okay. For me, the doctor, because usually go with surgery teams, they are tired, but they still have to show a good presentation for their pacientes,
Patients.
patients, because they are the ones who encourage them to get out of their illness, enfermedad, patología, yes.
Okay. How would you feel if you arrive to the hospital and your doctor is wearing a t-shirt and shorts?
Yes, I am practice in Teodoro Maldonado
Mhm.
For students.
But how would you feel like if you had some sort of emergency, you arrive to the hospital and your doctor is wearing just a t-shirt, but like a casual t-shirt, not the ones from the hospital, not the doctor's outfit, and a shorts. Would you feel confident to be with that doctor? How would you feel if your doctor shows up like this, wearing flip-flops, t-shirt, shorts? How would you feel?
T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. No, but I'm saying just a casual t-shirt, let's say Hawaiian t-shirt. You arrive to the hospital for the emergency. You have a broken bone, and your doctor shows up with the flip-flops, with the shorts, with the t-shirt. Would you feel confident with that doctor or no?
I can see a doctor with shorts.
Say again,
With
Edward.
shorts. I can see a doctor with shorts. Yeah.
Really? Did you?
No.
I think I would run away from that hospital if I saw a doctor with the shorts and flip-flops. That would not give me too much confidence in I mean, probably for wrong reasons, but yeah. Okay, good. So if you finish answering all the questions, then share with each other your weekend plans. Okay, and we're gonna come back to the main room in a second.
Hi.
What happened? Why so quiet here?
I was talking about the third question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Please, your camera.
So I was saying that I think that I might judge somebody by their appearance in a situation that is not safe. For example, if I'm not in a safe place, like in a zone that is not that safe, I might judge people more because I want to see if they are like dangerous or something like that. That's what I said.
Okay. Okay. And Andrea, Luis, did you answer the question number 3 or not yet? Andrea, did you answer question number 3?
Oh, sorry. Yes. I think that unfortunately in the country that we live, we have to judge people for their appearance or looks because as we were all agree, like if we are, for example, in some place and maybe a man with a hat and a t-shirt from Barcelona and like a suspicious appearance approach to you, you have to unfortunately judge him and maybe walk away or something because in the city that we live is very dangerous, as you know, and yeah, that's
Only
what.
with a t-shirt of Barcelona and a Melec?
Yeah.
I sense some favoritisms here.
No. But yeah.
Okay. So you would judge as well. Okay. Luis, how about you? Would you judge someone with Barcelona's t-shirt? Would you run away from the person?
Not only with the Barcelona t-shirts, I think all the parents or I don't know, if I on the street and some motorbike pass, I think they gonna rob me. So
Were you ever robbed in Guayaquil? No? Not yet?
yeah, like I don't know, like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the traffic with one friend on his car, and someone stand in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
He robbed me my cell phone, one watch,
Mm-hmm.
that so
That must have been scary experience, no?
yes, a little bit.
I saw one robbery in front of me. That was actually my first trip to Ecuador, and we were coming from Manta, and I can't remember the name of the street, but on the main road, and we saw the car in front of us. The same thing happened as you're saying. They came with a gun and everything. Very surreal experience for me was, but yeah. Okay, I hope no one will experience this, and we're gonna live in a more peaceful place. Okay, if you finish answering the 3 questions, because we still have some group that are talking, share your weekend plans. What are you gonna do during this weekend? Okay, in English, that is. One first rule. Go ahead, guys.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, did you finish sharing?
Yeah,
Okay, so do you judge the people sometimes by their looks?
here in Ecuador, yes, teacher.
Why thumbs up? This is not something positive.
Because I know it's something a little bad, but it's for my secure.
In the previous group that I just came from, they were saying that if you see someone with Barcelona's t-shirt coming to you, you better run.
The same thing I said.
I was saying, why only Barcelona's? Why not MLX or any others? Okay. So how do you judge the people? Like only because the outfit they wear, or because of the area where you are, or
Yeah, it depends the place. For example, when I am here, care about people, you know. But when I am on the south, yes, I look everything, the people, and also the clothes they wear.
Okay. Laura, how about you?
And their faces. Their faces too.
And their faces too. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you say? Excuse me, I didn't
Do
hear.
you judge the people by their look or appearance?
I tend to not do it because you never know someone from their appearance. But as Javier said, sometimes for security, I do. It depends on the area I am.
Okay. So sometimes whether you like it or not, you have to do it. Okay. Okay. Very good. Let's go back to the main room, guys. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Let's wait for everyone to come back. Okay. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so a lot of good ideas, a lot of interesting ideas that I heard you sharing. And in 3 groups, I heard the same thing, that if you see someone, especially in Guayaquil, with Barcelona's t-shirt, and I don't know why only Barcelona's, you need to run. In 3 groups, I heard this, in 3 out of 8 groups. So it must be very, very serious. Okay, so I'll take this tip for the future as a good advice. Now, before we go on a break, I would like us to do a very quick vocabulary activities. So if you all could go to the unit 6B, judging by appearance, but in this case, the workbook, because we're done with the student book. So 6B workbook. I would like you to do the activities, vocabulary activities 1A and 1B. Label the picture with the body parts and then complete the sentences with the verbs in the box. So that's what we did yesterday, and that's what we reminded ourselves a few minutes ago. Label the pictures with the body parts, activity 1A, and then activity 1B, complete the sentences with the verbs in the box. This is the unit 6B workbook. Okay, so we're gonna have 7 minutes. Diego and Emilio, your cameras on, please. Thank you, Emilio. Thank you, Diego. For the activity 1A, you don't need to write the full word. Pay attention to what are the letters that before the box, and you need to just complete that word. Okay, so don't write the full word in the box. Pay attention to the letters that are outside the box. So for example, the second one is S and H outside. So in the box, you don't need to write the full name, shoulders or shoulder. You only need to write O-U-L-D-E-R.
Mister, I have a mistake in one option, and I write the correct answer.
Sorry, say again.
I have a mistake, but I am writing the correct option or word.
What do you mean? Sorry, I don't understand the question. Which activity? 1A.
Yes, in the 1A.
Yeah. So in 1A, you can see that before the box starts for your answer,
Yes.
you have 2 letters. So in the box, you only need to write down the missing letters to complete that word, not the
Yes,
full word there.
and I input the missing letters, no, not the word.
Yes.
But I see the system show me a mistake.
Send
and
me a
I
print
don't know
screen
how.
and I will have a look.
Okay.
Always, if you see that there is a mistake, again, not your spelling mistake, send me the print screen to the WhatsApp and I can have a look. I amended your grade, Emilio.
What?
I amended your grade. It should have been lip and not lips. But from the picture, you can't see very well. It was pointing at the top. So yeah, so it should be lip, not lips.
I had the same mistake. I also wrote lips.
Okay. I'll amend yours too.
Same here, teacher. I put lips.
Now everyone made the same. Okay, guys, I'll have a look at those. Don't send me the too many WhatsApp.
Teacher,
You did the same.
I have no, but in knees I put in plural because they are
Okay.
pointing the two knees.
Okay, I'll review that. Do the activity 1B or continue with activity 1B, please.
Mister, I have a question because in knees is plural or singular?
Plural, knees.
Ah, okay. But I put just knee. That
Yeah.
it's also okay. Oh.
It's a bit tricky because in the picture 6, it's showing the lip, but it's only one arrow. If you look at the 4, it shows 2 arrows and it's pointing at both knees. So yeah, but don't worry, I'll amend that.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Mister, I put shoulders in plural.
Well done.
But it's wrong.
It is wrong. What it should be. What it should be, Brian?
Excuse me?
What it should be. What's the correct answer?
Shoulder in singular.
Very good. I'll amend that.
Thank you.
Teacher,
Tell me.
I have the same mistake here.
I'll amend that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Those who didn't finish, pay attention to the lines. If it's one line pointing at one thing, so it's a lip or a shoulder, not shoulders. If it's 2 lines pointing at the feet or pointing at the knees, then it's going to be in plural. Okay? If you have finished that, then focus on the activity 1B, please. And I will amend everyone's grades who made the mistakes though.
Mister, I have a one opinion for the activity 1A because
Tell
it
me.
seems strange to me that correct word will be lip, lip, because in the other activities with the academy we use lips or accept as human have both both the upper and lower lips.
I think in this case, it's because it was typed in wrongly. And from that picture, again, the picture focuses only on one, for example, the year. We don't say years. It's a bit of a confusion with the picture. The picture is supposed to show and point at one thing. So that picture on number 6 was supposed to be pointing at just the upper lip. So you can say that it's a lip, not lips. The same with the number 1. It's pointing at 1 year and not 2 years. And then where it's a plural, it's pointing at both knees and feet. So that was the activity and the point of the task. But as I said, I will amend those grades and to reflect that. Yeah. Okay, so if everyone finished activity 1B, let's have a quick break. And in the meantime, I will update your grades from 1A. So again, if it was a lip instead of lips, because you can use it both ways. You can say, my upper lip is painful. You don't have to use it in plural. If you talk generally, you can say, my lips. You can use it in plural. But in this case, the whole idea was to point with one arrow to pointing at a singular lip, top or bottom one. So I'm going to mark it as okay if you put lip or lips, and the same with knees or yeah, just knees, the feet, because it's a different spelling. Whatever you put a wrong spelling, let's say I notice if you put a stomach with the wrong spelling, I cannot amend those. Okay, so if it's a knees or lips or lip or knee, I will amend your grade in that regard. You don't need to send me the pictures. Now have a quick break and let's get back to the class at 8. Okay, so in 6 minutes. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hector, Laura, Brian, Angelica, Emilio, welcome back. Danny, Kenya, Gabi, Guillermo, Josue, welcome back. Your camera's on. Ingrid, thank you. Daniel, Guillermo, Javier, Edward, cameras on, please. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay. Now, a majority of us.
Mira, lo que podríamos ofrecer, uy,
Yes.
sorry, teacher.
¿Qué ofrece?
Okay, so yesterday we spoke about the diphthongs, okay, and what happens when we put and combine two short vowel sounds and make it into one longer sound. So in particular, we're looking at 6, okay? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna just quickly recap, and we're gonna have one activity related to that. So the first sound, I, bike, bike, I. Second, a, train, train, train. The third sound, o, telephone, telephone. Fourth, ow, owl, owl. Air. Number 5, chair, chair. And the final one, year, year. Okay? So with these 6 sounds in mind, I would like you to go back to Moodle and focus on the activity, pronunciation activity 2A. Choose the word with a different sound. So you're going to hear the recording only 2 times. So please be careful, because I set the time, I think, for 4 minutes or even shorter. Yes, 4 minutes. So it's just enough to hear the recording 2 times. So when you start the recording, when you start the activity, please make sure you hear it properly. You're going to hear the sound and 4 different words. What you have to do is find which one of those words has a different sound. Okay, so Unit 6B, workbook, activity 2A. Choose the word with a different sound. And as I said, be careful with the time. We have 4 minutes for this activity. Okay, we can start now. Guillermo, Luis, your camera is on, please. Thank you, Luis. Guillermo. Thank you. Okay, so as all of you have finished, let's move on. Now, to recap on the grammar that we covered in yesterday's class, can anyone remember what are the modals of deduction? What are they used for? Remember we spoke about modals of deduction yesterday. What are they used for in general? How would you describe? The modals of deduction. What are they used for? Daniel.
Mr. Moss, might, may, could, can't, couldn't.
Very good. And what do we use them for in general? Why do we need these modals?
Speculate about the situation.
Expand. What do you mean?
Or to make a deduction about the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a deduction about the situation. Absolutely. So sometimes when we look at the certain things that are happening around us, we are making speculations. Okay, so we observe these things we can see, we use our previous or prior knowledge, and we make a speculation about something or a deduction about something. So in these particular cases, when we are making a speculation, when we are not from the evidence that we have in front of us, we are using these modals of deduction. So which modal verb we're going to use when we are 100% sure about something, that something is true? Which modal verb we're going to use in that case?
Must.
Very good. What would be the opposite of must when we are 100% sure that something is not true or something that did not happen?
Can, couldn't.
Can and couldn't. And then in the middle?
Might equal.
Might, may, could, as well as might not and may not.
Could.
Very good. Well done. Well done. So just a final glimpse at this beautiful drawing that I made. And you're absolutely right. So again, for those of you who visually memorize it, I thought it's a very good way to see it and to remember. So remember, on one side, when we are 100% sure about our speculation that something is true, something that did happen, we are going to use must. Okay? On the opposite side of the must, we're going to use can't or couldn't when we are sure that something is not true or something could not have happened. And then somewhere in the middle, where we're speculating that it could be true or it could be not, we are going to be using might, may, or could, as well as might not or may not. Yeah? So these are the uses of modals of deduction. Now, I would like you to go to quizzes. Once it loads, give me 1 second. Okay, so those who are familiar with quizzes, you just go to joinmyquiz.com and then you enter the code. Okay, so joinmyquiz.com and then you have to enter the game code 158326. Everyone needs to log in because these are a part of the grade that you get for the project. Well done, Javier, very quick. 1, excellent. Okay, so I need to have 29 students in the quiz. Joinmyquiz.com. Yeah, tell me.
Could you share the link in the chat in Zoom?
Yes, I
Please,
can.
thank you.
Yeah. We're waiting for 2 more students. One more. Joinmyquiz.com, and this is the enter the game code, or you log in directly through the link that I sent to the WhatsApp chat. Sorry, to the chat on the room. Okay, let's start. Good luck, everyone. Okay, a couple of minutes left. Well done, Javier, Juan, Ángeles, Andrea, Jamilet, Luis, Laura, Emilio, Carla, Brian, Angelica. Excellent job. Good, almost finished. Well done, 24. Few students left. And we're gonna see the final grades. Okay, only a few students left. One more minute and then we'll move on to see who is the winner. Okay, 2 students left. Final minute, please hurry up to get a higher points. Okay, time's up. So let's see the winners. Javier, Laura, well done. Javier, Angeles, Rafael, Danny, and Daniel, each one of their own individual tiers. Well done. Andrea, the warrior, well done. Very good. Very good. So this was the quick recap activity on the task that we did yesterday, and when we spoke about the models of deduction. The key thing here to remember is for me, like I try to memorize the things visually. So my advice would be to spend some time on this particular graph. Okay, and remember, just think that when we are speculating about something, when we are not or when we are observing the information we receive by looking at the people, by looking at how they look, what they carry, we make these speculations or deductions. Did this happen or did this not happen? And that's when we use, in essence, the modulus of deduction. Okay, so 100% sure that something is happened, something has happened, something is 100% sure and true, we're going to use must. You must have heard of Avengers movie. Okay, that I am certain that everyone must have heard of it. I'm 100% sure that the person I'm talking to whatever information I receive, I'm sure that he or she heard of it. If it's the opposite, if I'm sure that something did not happen or something that is not true, I'm going to use can't or couldn't. You can't have been working here longer than me, meaning that I'm certain that you did not start before me. And then in the middle, somewhere like 50-50, if you like, when we are not sure or not unsure about something, we're going to be using might, may, or could. Okay? So the final activity on the models of deduction, I would like you to go back to your Moodle and then complete the activities from the grammar plates. Grammar, models of deduction, 3A and 3B. Choose the correct answer and complete the sentences with must, might not, or can't. So Unit 6B workbook, scroll down to the grammar part, activity 3A and 3B.
Teacher, in the first exercise, in the last question, I think there is an error.
Send me a print screen.
Okay.
Those who finished 3A, continue with 3B, please. Well done, Lizette, Angelica, Angeles, Juan, Emilio, Dane, great job. Okay, 2 more minutes to finish. 2 seconds. Okay, time's up. So in this unit, we're talking about how we intentionally or not judge people by their appearances. Now, can you think if the history or the idea of the beauty changed throughout the years? And can you think of some examples? How did the history of beauty, what's considered to be beautiful, how did that change over the years? And can you give me some examples? From your personal experience or from what you know in the history, do you think the beauty standard as such, do you think it changed? Josue, what do you think?
Can you repeat, teacher? Sorry.
Do you think that our perception of the beauty changed over the years?
I think yes, because over the years change the world, the thing, the person, the technology or something, the person do everything.
Okay. Fiorella, what do you think? Do you think our perception of the beauty changed over the years?
I think that I better person. I don't know.
Okay. Juan, what do you think?
I think that beauty standards have been evolving over the years, and nowadays, what people consider beautiful is very diverse. Before, beauty standards were very strict and selective, but nowadays, we've been evolving as a society, and now we've become more, what's the word, more receptive to all the different types of bodies, and that also means that beauty standards are now different. They are very diverse.
Okay. Maylin, do you think the beauty standards are different from depending on the country where you live? Or depending on the culture, specific culture?
I think that it depends because I don't know, maybe in Russia they're like a typical type of woman. I don't know, white, blonde hair, tall, thin. I don't know, but in Ecuador maybe there are multiverse. Or I don't know, when some Latin women go to Europe or other parts of the world, they are like unique or very different of the woman in that region. So they're like very interesting to the men in other countries. So it depends.
Okay, okay. Andrea, what do you think? Do you think the beauty standard changes depending on the culture, on the country?
Yes, I think it is because, for example, here, or maybe most of the women's are like black hair, brown eyes, little dark skin, But when somebody like with blonde hair, blue eyes, and a stereotype like, I don't know, like the US, maybe all the boys can be like attracted to her because she's different, as someone said before, like she's different from usual from women in
Okay.
here. And
Okay.
it can be the opposite in the US. For example, a Latina, it can be interested for men's because it's different. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Good. Jamilet, what do you think? Do you agree with your partners?
Yeah, indeed. Like we have, because we have different cultures, we have different standards of beauty. And for example, like in South Korea and mainly in Asia countries, that we have that people have to be pretty white and slim. Their skin have to be pristine. On the other hand, we saw throughout history that, and I think like medieval time or something like that, they usually prefer like more chubby women. Indeed, they have to be white. But yeah, it changed a lot, and it changed like from country to country and cultures and time too.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Yeah, absolutely. Have you heard this expression that a man without a belly is like a house without a balcony? So in a lot of African countries, they say that the man's belly is the sign of wealth or the sign that he is very good. So absolutely, the perception of the beauty that did change throughout the years. And you're very rightly with when you're saying that in giving the examples and comparison with the US, with some Asian countries, with some countries in like Russia and so on. Okay, now I would like you to do the listening activity that talks about that specifically. It talks about the history of the beauty and how the perception of the beauty changed throughout the years. So if you go back to your Moodle, scroll down to the listening, and I want you to look at listening 4A and 4B. Now, please pay attention. Remember, we spoke about the listening, that I am limiting the time. So for you to listen only 2 times maximum to the recording. So please be aware of the time, that you don't have all the time in the world to do the listening. Ideally, my goal would be at the end of this course for all of us to listen to the recording only once. So all of the listening activities to be listened only once. We're still working in a progress. So now you have 2 times to listen, but let's aim to listen to the recording once and answer all of the questions. So Moodle activity, listening activity 4A, listen to the radio program about history and beauty, and listening activity 4B.
Hi, I had a problem again on 4B on the true or false.
Yeah, what happened?
It was marked as that I got everything wrong, but I only got 2 wrong.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, that happened to me as well.
I'll have a look at yours as well. Sorry, did you say 4B? 4B?
Yes, 4B, the true or false, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have a look.
Teacher, I also got the same problem on
I'm just
activity.
checking yours right now, Juan.
Thanks.
I'm checking all those who have zeros and I'm going to yours. So yeah, don't worry.
I also sent you a message on WhatsApp about one of the statements of the second activity.
Yeah, I'll have a look.
If you could please.
Yeah, I will. Okay, so those who got zeros, I don't know, there's something wrong with the system and the grading. I will manually review everyone's work and I will put a grade for you. So depending on how many you answered correctly. Now for those who finished, you can go. Just one final thing. Remember that tomorrow is a deadline for the video. So all of the videos must be sent by tomorrow, 11:59. If you send it 1 minute late, I will not be accepting the video. The deadline is 11:59 and we have to stick with the deadline. If you send me a link to WeTransfer or any other platform, please make sure it is unlocked because I received from a couple of students and that is locked and I have to ask for a special permission. Don't put any permission, don't put anything. If you're sending through the Google Drive your video, or if you're sending through the WeChat, make sure that the video is unlocked and I can access it directly. Okay? Video must be minimum 1.5 minutes, and it should be talking about your favorite movie, the set, and use the vocabulary that we covered in that unit. Okay? Deadline, one more time, 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. So please make sure you send it on time. Otherwise, it's going to be 0 from this activity. Now, those who finish both activities listening 4A and 4B, you're free to go. Have a good evening. Have a good day tomorrow. It's Friday, so the very positive weekend ahead, hopefully, and maybe a bit colder. For those who are in Guayaquil. And for the rest, if you did not finish the activities first for A and for B, and then you'll be free to go. Yeah. See you guys
Thank
tomorrow.
you, mister. Have a good night.
Bye, teacher.
You too, guys. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Good evening. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye. See you tomorrow. Have a
Teacher,
good day.
I have the same problem in the true or false.
I told everyone that I will review, so don't worry.
Okay.
I will review everyone who have the same problem.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
tomorrow, Liz. Bye bye.
Mister, I finished the activity. I
Well
signed
done.
the
Well
problem.
done.
Okay,
Well done.
thank you.
I'll review that. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Hector.
Bye, mister.